Hi, I'm Becky, and welcome to another episode of Diet Culture Can Fuck Off. I found it sound that a bit intense then, wasn't it? But anyway, if you haven't met me before, I help women over 30 stuck in diet cycles. We're all about creating that food freedom and feel confident in their bodies, and that's all by breaking down diet culture's hold without focusing on those bloody scales and missing out on living. You need to live. Diet culture stops you from doing that. And that's all through my one-to-one Empower coaching or my Misfit Club group coaching, which brings me to why I'm doing this episode today, because this is a little pep talk, okay? Especially for those who have joined Misfit Club. But if you haven't, this could be the little pep talk that you need as well to help you with your journey. But for those of you that have joined Misfit, you have made a really big decision. And I'm so proud of you, because most people do avoid it. A lot of people I speak to put things off. They struggle to make the changes, and that's completely valid because it's hard out there, especially when you've been stuck in cycles for so long, and you feel like nothing works for you. Because I know you felt that. I know you've been there, but you decided, to stop thinking about it. You decided to stop waiting. You stop telling yourself, maybe next month, or maybe when I do it when things calm down, maybe when it feels like the right time. Because if you're watching my reels, I'd say I've been talking about this. It would never feel like the right time. There isn't a right time. So well done for taking that step, because you joined. And that does tell me something about you already, because, you are putting yourself first. You're done with dabbling, you're done with starting over, you're done with shrinking yourself to fit these unrealistic beauty standards that were never made for you. You said no more. So these next 6 weeks, they're not casual. These six weeks are going to be absolutely defining. I'm so excited because I've seen what happens in 6 weeks. I've seen what happens with the past group, and some of them are still with me. Bringing up that consistency, not feeling guilty around food, breaking those cycles, creating flexibility, and you have got all of that to come. And I cannot wait to see it. So, I've got a little thing here as well. So I want you to play this before a workout, okay? Because I feel like this I said, it's going to be a little pep talk. And first of all, this was all about you've taken that step. You should be proud. I'm so proud of you for taking that step and joining Empower. And like I said, this next 6 weeks are going to be very exciting. Not only have you got all the wonderful workouts that I've created in the app for you, you do have the mindset course. And that mindset course is very, very valuable. That is all the tools and resources I use to help break cycles, to help emotional eating, to help understand, why you shouldn't have to track all the time, to enjoy meals out, all these things that have been holding you back. That is where the value lays. So do not forget to complete those. And of course, you have your checklist weekly as well to remind you to go watch those videos and which ones to watch, or things to focus on each week as well. Because this isn't just a here you go, get on with it kind of course. This is me wanting to actually make sure that this 6 weeks you get the most out of it, because that means a lot to me. I poured my heart and soul into Misfit. It's something that I've always wanted to create, and it took me quite a long time to figure out how to do it, because I want to make sure that you get the most out of everything. The 6 weeks are going to be incredible. But anyway, sorry, I've gone off on a little thing. So I was going to tell you a little thing here. It's a little mantra to play before every workout, okay? So this is a little thing, I've just created that I thought, do you know what? It's really nice to have a little mantra, isn't it? And sometimes when motivation feels really low, it's good to have something that helps. So, right, this is what I always think. It's I don't train to punish myself. I train to prove to myself what I'm capable of. I don't eat to be smaller. I eat to be stronger. I don't quit when it feels uncomfortable. That's when I lock in. And that's with everything. I am building a life that feels better for me. I'm building a life that I can, show up as my unique self. I am building self-respect and I am building standards. I am not here to blend in. I am a misfit. So hopefully that little mantra helps you. But this is a really good reminder to remind yourself that, there will be days where it feels uncomfortable. And that's okay. I will tell you now, I have days where my motivation's low. I have days where it feels a bit heavier. And that's okay. That is life. That's not when we give up. That's when we rely on the habits that we're building ourselves. And our anchor points, my anchor points that I talk about a lot, that's where this key really comes into play. But what I want to make sure that these next 6 weeks are the most life-changing 6 weeks that you're going to have. You might have spent years stuck in those cycles. I know I spent years stuck in, with diet culture, fearing food, all or nothing thinking, restricting in the week, fuck it button on the weekend. And I know how exhausting it is. Absolutely do. And in these next 6 weeks, we're going to lift that load. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have more time, because you're not worrying about these things anymore. You're going to get that consistency that you've been struggling with, not going all in or all out. You find consistency in the grey areas. We find consistency when it's busy. You don't have to do the same things every single week. You work with how your week is looking. You work with what time you have. You work alongside that busy schedule. Because we're taking away all that mental load, you'll be surprised about how much more freer you feel. And freer in time, you have more energy. This is what I'm seeing daily with the current people that stayed on Misfit Collective, and from the last round of the Misfit Club, because this is the changes that we're making. I'm all about longevity and sustainability. This isn't a quick fix, and you guys know that if it is a quick fix that you're looking for, I am not your girl. I am definitely not your girl. I am about longevity. I'm about sustainability. I'm about breaking cycles for good. That is exactly what I'm about. That is and I've got massive integrity about the stuff that I do. It means a lot to me. I care about all of you, all my clients. That's why I check in so much. But also, 6 weeks from now, think about it. There's going to be two types of women. The ones who said, "Oh, I wish I'd done that. I wish I started," and the ones that said, "I'm so fucking glad I did." And you're that one. You're in that team. You're the ones that saying, "I did something." You know which ones you are. You do. And for those that took the step, well done. It's what what we're here to do. I cannot wait to share the stories of your 6-week journey. And for those who are listening to this going actually, I wish I had. It's not too late. You can join today. We've still got 6 weeks ahead. You haven't missed anything. You can jump on this and you could be a changed woman in 6 weeks' time. Finally breaking those cycles. Isn't that fucking exciting? Link is below. Message me if you want any more info. And for those who've already joined, let's fucking go and get it.